Do you ever want to be in a meditative state more often than just that moment of sitting and meditating? Like, close your eyes, you're in silence, maybe have a nice guided meditation or music or headphones going, and it's so much easier to be in that meditative zone. And then when you get up, open your eyes, start interacting with your day, all of a sudden, out of that state, the emotions and reactions are occurring again. And so the idea is to practice when it's easy. It's as if being conscious and aware of the moment, being in that state, that meditative state, that's a state of being that we can practice. And one of the easiest ways to practice it is to be aware of our breath. And so when we're aware of our breath, aware of the present moment, you can be tuned into any of your senses. Like, what are you seeing? What are you sensing? What are you touching? What are you hearing? And when we're into the present moment, we're now present. We're now aware. We're now centered. And so the idea then is to practice that. So you can do it when you're with your eyes closed, sitting down, and that's probably the easiest. And you can also do it when you're laying down. And one of the tricks there is to stay awake, which is one of my favorite ways to fall asleep, is to meditate. And then there's the next step of maybe an open eye meditation, like looking at a picture or a wall or something and being aware of your breath. And then there's also like a walking meditation, like being able to get up and move while being aware of your breath, walking while being aware of your breath, while being tuned to the senses, being as present as you can. And each of these is more difficult. So when there's more stimulation coming into the senses, it's commonly a larger challenge to be able to stay present and aware, unless you grew up practicing that way. I certainly didn't. I developed the skill myself. And then the next step to that is to be able to do tasks while meditating. Maybe like doing the dishes while meditating, or talking on the phone with someone while meditating, or having a meditative conversation with someone where you're meditating and focusing on them, and then meditating as they're speaking. So you're just listening and taking it in, not trying to think up what to say next. Instead, just being tuned in to the awareness of what's happening and the subtle details of the moment. Such as the quality of the air, or if you're listening to someone, the tone of their voice and the facial expressions that they're making. There's so much dense information packed into that. And so the idea is to be more aware of it and to practice that like a skill. And so the idea is to develop the skill of awareness, develop the skill of consciousness, develop the skill of moving meditation. So it gets easier and easier, and you can get to the point of meditating all day long. And, like for me, I commonly meditate many hours a day. And, 2, 4, 6, 10 hours. It depends on the circumstance. And so the idea there is that it's not always just a seated meditation. It's the idea of getting the movement, getting the meditation to be a part of the daily practice. And in a sense, since meditation really is bringing awareness into the self, bringing awareness into the present moment, awareness is the practice. Awareness is what we're working on. So, my name's Kent Peterson. If you'd like any help with this, I'm a coach. I offer classes. I'm starting another coaching program soon. So, reach out, send me a DM, leave me a comment. Love to help you out.